Spurs are on their way to Bilbao. Tottenham's going to do it again. Get in. I'm absolutely buzzing. What is this Tottenham team in this competition? It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde comparing our Europa League form to our Premier League form this season. It's just been absolutely incredible. It finishes 2-0 to Spurs on the night, 5-1 on aggregate against Bodo Glimt in the semi-final. We're going to Bilbao, baby, and we're facing Manchester United in the final. Ange Postecoglou said something earlier on in the season. He always wins trophies in his second season. Well, he's got one more game to prove me wrong, and I'm just absolutely buzzing. Such a good performance. You know, you take that Frankfurt result and you do it again, and another clean sheet. I'm absolutely ecstatic, just blown away. This side, when push comes to shove, they are delivering, but they have to deliver in one more game. But before I go any further, if you are new to the Sonny Talk Spurs YouTube channel, then subscribe to the channel. Leave your likes if you're buzzing with that result. And also let me know in the comments down below, are we going to win this final? Can Ange Postecoglou lift silverware for this Tottenham Hotspur team? Because I'm absolutely mind blown. And there was a lot on the line in this game, and I'm going to tell you a quick story. So yesterday I was on TalkSport 2. Everyone knows who subscribed already. I work for TalkSport. That's my main job, as well as running this YouTube channel. And I appeared on it with Sam Ellard, and we're having a chat, and he's like, are you going to be at the final? And obviously I was a bit nervous with this game in mind. And I go, I'm missing the game because I've got a stag do in Benidorm on the same day, and I fly out at 7:30 that evening, Wednesday the 21st of May. And Sam Ellard's like, what are you doing? You can't miss it. You can't miss it. And it was playing on my mind. It was playing on my mind that I was like, I'm going to miss this game. What am I doing? What was I thinking? And so what I've done, and I did it yesterday because I was that thingy, I've messaged the best man and gone, mate, I've got to change the flights. I've got to go earlier in the day and I'll go on my own. I'll sit in a bar in Benidorm and I'll watch it on my own because I can't miss anything, really, can I? Really, it would be absolutely unbelievable. So I've changed that. It cost me £100 to do so, and I'm just sitting there during this game going, have I just changed it for no reason? But I've changed it for a good reason. So if you're in Benidorm at the same time, come and say hello. Let me know in the comments down below what you make of that tale. But yeah, going back to the game, it was so nervous though. Early on in this game, it was nerve-wracking. But it was just more street smarts from Spurs. You know, a lot of the players knew what they were doing. Basuma, Destiny Udogie, Pedro Porro, the centre-backs, Vicario, time wasting. It was the perfect display at this level. You know, people have moaned all season, Tottenham fans, pundits, rivals, you name it, that Ange isn't pragmatic enough, that he doesn't defend, that he doesn't, you know, change his style. He's done it in the Europa League. That's what's balmy. He's done it in the Europa League, you know, a few good times now. Against AZ Alkmaar, he did it. Against Eintracht Frankfurt, and now against Bodo Glimt. And we looked comfortable. I mean, they didn't really have a chance. Patrick Berg was back for them, but there wasn't a moment there where, you know, all the stuff leading into it, 4G pitch, playing in the Arctic Circle, you know, all that rubbish, you know, didn't matter. Because we went out there and we performed at such a high level. It makes me really confident for the final, and I don't like saying that. But if you go back, funny enough, I actually predicted 2-0 on the TalkSport social, on TalkSport 2, so you can go and find that to prove that I was right. But earlier in the season, I said that I did fancy us to win this competition. And push is coming to shove, we could actually do it. I'm so nervous. But moving back to the game, just really good. I thought, you know, as I mentioned there, Basuma in midfield controlled it. I was very worried because, you know, the injury to Lucas Bergwall was massive. He's the energy in that midfield. The creativity from Maddison, you know, that's a massive loss as well, and the way he can control it. My only worry is Dejan Kulusevski. He's got to really up his form heading into this final. You know, I'd play him a lot in the Premier League games just to get him back up to speed. But, you know, Basuma was good. Benson Core. I thought Richarlison was poor. I wouldn't start him in the final. But, you know, Tell came on. I thought he was a lot better. But really, really comfortable. But it was nerve-wracking. But we needed that goal, and that goal eventually came through Dominic Solanke. Again, his game was impeccable. Just the pressing, the charging down balls, doing the doggies. It was unbelievable. And the corner gets swung in from Tel. Really good delivery compared to Pedro Porro. Romero rises like a giant at that back post, nods it back, and Dominic Solanke taps it home. And it was so good. And I felt more comfortable then. I felt like the game was wrapped up at 4-1 on aggregate. Because even last week, I did say in my video and the way I titled it, I was confident we'd beat them because I didn't think they were that good last week, Bodo Glimt. I know they've been good and they beat some massive teams last couple of years, but that goal came like against the run of play, didn't it? It was a deflection. You know, we've made a lot of mistakes with a lot of our goals recently in the Premier League, but this wasn't the case. It was just a deflection that happened to go in. And they had better shots in the game anyway. But, yeah, comfortable from there on in. And then Pedro Porro. Does he mean it? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Pedro Porro has meant that goal? Because, I mean, it's an amazing cross, whatever you think. The way it like hits the crossbar post and comes back across, just impeccable. Doing the old James Maddison dart celebration as well. I was going to say in homage to him, you could say. But, yeah, really, really good display. But, as I say, Manchester United have just easily dispatched of Athletic Bilbao. Athletic Bilbao, along with Lazio early on in the competition, one of the favourites because the game's in Bilbao at the San Mamés, I think is the stadium. But Manchester United have dispatched of one of the better teams in La Liga this year. I think they're third or fourth. You have to let me know. But yeah, really, really, we're 3-0 in the reverse. I mean, tonight they didn't have Inaki Williams or Nico Williams and another player, I can't remember his name. But it seems like Manchester United, like us, are putting all their eggs in the basket of the Europa League. And I think they said on comms, this is going to be the 6th all-English final. And we've been in 2 of them. I mean, it's just, you couldn't write it. But that's going to be a massive game. It's going to be absolutely huge for the football club. You know, there's so much on the line because what happens with Ange Postecoglou if he wins it? Does he stay? Does he, prolong his life at Spurs as the manager? Players, staying and keeping this squad, building it, and also signing people. If we get Champions League football and lift a trophy after so many years. I mean, I'm 28 years old. I've seen one trophy, and that was the League Cup, and I was quite young, but I do remember it. And that was, you think how the squad's changed since then. Players are retired in that team. Jamie O'Hara does TalkSport, if you can believe that. But absolutely buzzing. I'm nervous now thinking of it, but as I say, I'm going to be watching it in Benidorm with a couple of, beveraginos to get me through it on my own as well. I think the rest of the stag party, as I say, won't be there till very, very late. And the stag's a Man United fan, so yeah, at least he's missing the game, and he's going to be wearing a nice special outfit, but I won't leak that just in case he watches this. But yeah, absolutely buzzing. Buzzing. So many good performances. Destiny Udogie, I just want to mention him. Destiny Udogie was absolutely incredible tonight. Just since he came back from injury, he was a bit rusty and he's been, rested and all that sort of stuff. But just unbelievable on the overlap, underlap. Just offers something. Like there was moments where he's popping up on the right, left, middle. I was like, this guy is obscene. Romero, just an enforcer, and I've slagged him off a lot recently, so I was glad to see him deliver. Mickey van der Ven, that pace, all these players, I've said it a lot. Forget the Premier League, who cares? I don't care if we finish 17th this season, because West Ham can finish above us. I don't care about them either. Wrap them up in cotton wool, because what they've shown, and I've never known this, a lot of people say about momentum, and I was saying this earlier in the season on videos, about, we're getting tanked 4-2 by Wolves. How can they really G themselves up for this? But I don't care. Wrap them all in cotton wool. We don't want this first team getting injured. We need, Solanke, Brennan Johnson, Kulusevski, the whole defence. We need them firing on all cylinders in that final. That monumental final where Tottenham can go on and make some history. But yeah, wow. I need to lay down after that because I am knackered from all that talking for about 10 minutes or so. But yeah. Let me know what you made of it in the comments down below. Who's your man of the match? Can we win the final? I'll be in the comments for the next hour or so, replying to all you guys and over the next course of the day as well. But until next time, leave your likes, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much as well. We hit 7,000 likes. We surpassed it by quite a lot. But yeah, if you are new, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Road to 10k. If I can hit 10k by the end of this year and we win a trophy, what a year it will be after one of the most dismal Premier League seasons of all time. But yeah, thanks so much. I'll see you guys soon. Up the Spurs. We're on our way to Bilbao, baby. Ciao.